Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome into another week of planning in our art of planning and journaling. We are diving into Book Nook for the month of February, and I am here for it, friends. I love a good reading planner. I created a whole reading planner this year, and so I'm excited to be diving in and doing some fun planning for the week in this particular kit this week. I want to first, before we dive into that, I want to talk about what comes in this kit. Now, keep in mind that I've used some of my stickers and stuff, so it won't make a whole lot of sense. But let's talk about what comes in the kit that you get from Tula 12. So this is the card that comes with it. Comes with the insert. It comes with 2 sticker sheets. Now the sticker sheets, there are dated elements in it. So like this one has 1, there's only 2 dated elements in the whole kit. So this is 1 is a sticker. Then there's dates, days of the week, to-dos. Again, there's a couple, I have a couple stickers missing, and then the second one is washi strips and decorative elements. So you can kind of, these are all the same sticker sheet. I just, I might have multiple of them. Okay. It's fine. No judgment. This is a no judgment area. All right. So sticker sheets, comes with sticker sheets. It also comes with a stencil, which you guys can see here. And this one has fun book stencils. So it's got, now this could be taken 2 different ways. And I've looked at this, I don't know how many umpteen times, but you could do just the V part and then do like pages out the top. So make it look like an open book, or calligraphy pen is the other thing I was thinking about when I saw this shape. So whichever one you think, but there's also book stacks. There's a larger book stack. There's a bookshelf. We're going to be using the bottom half of this for today's design. So I'm excited about that. So book stencil. There's also a journal card, and the journal cards have gotten a change to them. So now they are a quote on one side and the calendar on the other. So you can utilize it however you choose. I'm going to show you how I put mine in here. It's just a fun way to incorporate this into your planning. And if you don't need the dated portion of it, you can create a fun dash card with this journal card. So fun. It also comes with a coaster. Fun little coaster, and then a die cut, and this one is a set of books. That's what comes in the kit. All right, so now that you guys all know what comes in the kit, let's talk about how you can utilize some of the pieces in it. Now I use a large and an extra large. My large is mainly for journaling. I do actual scrapbook pages in mine. In fact, this is something that I just started in January. My January one is half full. I have a whole stack of pictures, and and I use a sprocket to print out my stack of pictures. That way they're all stickers that I can put in there, and then I can utilize that throughout the course of the journaling process. Okay, so that's what I use my large for. Sorry, you guys, my nose is running. Then my extra large is my business planner. I use this for all business related things. So let's kind of open it up and take a look. Let me move some stuff out of the way here. Open it up and take a look. So first of all, I always create a pocket, and the pocket is super handy because I can store my stencil in there. Then I never have to wonder where it is while I'm in the process of creating. And this is as easy as using 3 pieces of double-sided sticky tape or a tape runner to create the pocket. So you just put it on the 3 sides, and then you stick it on there, and then you have your stencil handy. We're going to use our stencil, so I'm going to take that out. The sticker sheet comes with a sticker, a washi strip that's made specifically for putting this in as a tip in, if you want to include it that way. So here is just the fun journal card, but then if I flip it out, I'll be able to go to my planning session, wherever I'm going to be doing, and I'll be able to see, oh, this is what I need. Or when you're creating your calendar, you can go, okay, the calendar for February starts on a Saturday. Okay. So lots of different ways. There's always a coloring page to open it up. I love this quote. In fact, this quote. So you can color this however you want to. I did every word in this one. This one, I did every letter. So it just depends on what you want to do. Okay. Then for my personal one, my personal calendar, I set it up, and this becomes my line a day. So I just do one journaling line, like what happened that particular day for each day of the week. And you can see, I set them up very similarly. I do one and then I go and create the other one exactly the same, unless I don't like it, and then I don't. Also, I forgot to put the rest of the words up there. So anyway, this becomes for my direct sales company, this becomes my content plan. This is where I do all of my content planning for the month. I should probably go back and fix that. And then, of course, I haven't figured out anything else that I have or set that up. But today we are diving into this. So let me share with you what we are going to be using. One, I have book washi tape left over. So we are going to be utilizing this One More Chapter washi tape somewhere in the plan. Also, I have a journal sheet, but the stickers that I want to use for this today are the days of the week. And so I went and looked in my sticker book and realized that I have those same stickers left. So I'm going to use the ones out of my sticker book before I take them off the sticker sheet. Why? Because I always like to use what I have before I start using new stuff, right? Okay. So this is the layout that we are doing this week. I went back to an oldie but a goodie, which is the Brain Dump Weekly. That is my very favorite layout. I actually got to help the owner create that layout, and I love it so much. So that's what we're going to be using today. I have my long stencil, and I mainly use my long stencil for a straight edge. I could definitely use this one, but I like to just do all the lines at one time. So we're going to do that. And then, of course, I mentioned we're going to use the bottom stencil. So what I did with this particular one is I put the stencil in across the bottom of the days of the week. I think I'm going to erase this section right here though, because I want to split this one up into Saturday and Sunday, and I forgot about that when I was drawing them out. So thank goodness for erasers and vacuum cleaners to clean up the erasing mark. Then, because this is a Brain Dump Weekly, this is normally always a blank page for you to be able to write notes and lines and things like that. So what I'm going to be doing with this particular section is probably just doing a washi strip with some layered stickers, maybe something fun down in the corner. Maybe I'll put the die cut down here in the corner, pink, like this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, we're going to take our micron and we're going to go ahead and get those all filled out. I want to introduce you to the colors that I'm using this month. You will probably be seeing them all month long, so I thought that I would share them with you. I am one of those people that likes to do matchy-matchy, and it will stay matchy-matchy through the entire thing. So this collection of markers will be what I am using throughout the whole course of the planning sessions, which I'm super excited about. So there is, and I'm going to read the numbers to you, 673, there is 192, 947, 942, 569, 373, 312, and 526. And again, I'm using a micron for all of my black details. This is a micron 05. And there, now you have the entire projects list for what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the outlining and all of that stuff and adding color. You might notice as I'm drawing these lines that they're not very bold. They're very dotted. So I want to kind of give you, or very faint. So I want to give you the tip for how to do that. So again, I'm using the micron to do it. And what I do while I'm putting the lines down is, one, I'm very, very light touch. So I'm just, and I'm bouncing the pen as I go along. So you'll notice that sometimes it pops up over the top of the stencil, but it's very light and it's straight up and down so that it's getting all of the color on there. And so it creates this nice dotted line, but doesn't like make the line like bam, hello. Also, I need to go through here and put the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I can do one more. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, I needed to put that line in because I decided I was going to separate these. So I just wanted to show you that little trick. As you're doing it, it's just stippling basically, and you're just bouncing the pen along the edge. Now, after you get done and you look at it and you're like, oh, that wasn't quite dark enough, then you just do the same thing back up. And you go, okay, that's much better. But it's just bouncing the pen along the line, along the stencil, along the ruler, whatever it is that you're using. And it gives it that faint design, right, of there being a line there, but it's not so exact that it like is bold and in your face. And I like that. I wanted that kind of for this motif, especially because, you know, books have, I just think like a library with old books, the lines are not defined anymore. They're pretty sparse, those lines, because in an older library, right, the books have been read, they've been handled a lot, the corners are probably bent, the pages are probably not pristine anymore. And so I just like old books, yeah. So I didn't want this to be a perfect version of this particular design. I just wanted it to be lines along the edge for me to be able to know which day went to which day. And that's really all I'm doing here. So I wanted to share that little technique with you. Now I'm going to go back and erase and add some color. Does anybody else feel like the books are kind of flat? Like there's not much dimension to them? So I want to not necessarily add dimension, but I don't want them to just be one color. So I'm going to take my micron, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of add, you know how library books, they kind of have different items on them, like stripes or words or sections where they're kind of like, there's a little bit more to them. So I want to go through on my fatter books because the thinner ones won't make much difference. But I want to add some things to them like stripes or maybe what it looks like words, right, along the spine so that it's not so flat. That way it adds a little bit more character to them. Character, that's the word I wanted to add. Flat, I can't really do a whole lot unless I go and add shadows to all of them, and I'm probably not going to do that for my sanity. But this I can do, add a little bit more character to my books so that they look like books that you would actually see on the shelves. And again, it's going to look a little bit like they're on the library shelf now. There we go. So I'm going to go through and add some detail on here. I grabbed a white pen for the ones that are a little bit more darker so that I can see through those ones, or not see through them, but so that I can add some character to my darker books. But I think it adds just a little bit of character to them to have just some lines added. It doesn't take much. You can see I've just gone through and added just little lines for each one. That way they don't look like so flat on the paper. I love the colors. Don't get me wrong about that at all. I love the colors of this kit and the ones that I'm using. I just think that these books could use a little bit of love. I would love to hear some of your favorite books. Like, what are some of your, first of all, what is your favorite genre to read? I like to read historical fiction. That's my favorite genre, but I am also a sucker for a good mystery or a good romance or fantasy. I like all those. I just like books in general, but my favorite is definitely historical fiction. So that's the first question. Second question, what is a book that you've read recently that you have absolutely fallen in love with? I just finished reading The Storyteller's Secret, and it takes place in India, and it's actually about a lady who is in the United States, and she's been suffering from miscarriages. She's had 3, which my heart goes out to any and all people that have to deal with that. And she goes to India to kind of discover herself. She feels like she's running away, but along the way she kind of discovers who she is by hearing her grandmother's story. And I loved it. I cried at the end. It was very good. It was of course a historical fiction, so it had to do with like India when the British rule was in India during World War II, which is also my favorite time frame, is World War II history. So yeah, it was a really good book. So I would love to hear what some of your favorites are. What books do you love to read? What did you read recently? What's on your TBR list? So at the making of this video, because I know some people will watch it back later, even though it is a February layout, Onyx Storm just made its debut, and to be quite honest, I have not read any of that series, so it is on my TBR list that I will be checking out. The thing is, I do not like to buy books. I like to go to the library and get them, and because it's so popular right now, those are very hard to find at my library. So that's part of the reason why I have not read it. But it's definitely on my list of books that I want to read in 2025. It'll just be a matter of getting my hands on the book itself. So we're just gonna finish up this part, and then we're gonna hop over and, well, first we're gonna add our stickers, and then we're gonna hop over and do the layering at the top. So that's what we're gonna do right now, friends. I forgot that I had made these over in our craft hub, and these are perfect to put down here. So I don't love this one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this quote and I'm going to put it on this book, and then I'm going to glue it in there. I know the colors are a little bit off, but I don't want this to go to waste, and I like the quote. So it says, "A book is a gift you can open again and again." So I'm going to go ahead and write this on here. A book is a gift you can open again and again. And the quote is by, whoops, wrong way. There we go. By Garrison Keillor. So I'm just gonna write his name. Then we'll get some double-sided sticky tape, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that right down here. Now, I had originally bent this to talk about putting it on a greeting card, but once I get the glue on here, it won't matter. And there we go. See, doesn't matter. All right. So there's a couple little details that I have to finish, and I'm going to do those off camera. Like I'm going to add I'm just going to color the tops up here. But that is our layout for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me, hanging out with me. We'll dive into all of the planning things next week as we figure out a new spread to share. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will see you all soon.